I'll be honest, I didn't even.
We're gonna see it
Since
today
this is a
anyway.
toy channel, I didn't even want the toys, guys. I did not want a single one of those toys. And now that I've watched the movie, unfortunately, I think I might spend the money if I find them in stores. Shark do baby. Oh shit. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Cool Figures channel. And today we are going to be taking a look at the McFarlane Toys King Shark Build-A-Figure. But first, if you're new, then welcome. This channel is all about cool action figures, analyzing them, hunting them, taking pics of them, and of course, playing with them. I upload new content constantly throughout the week, so make sure you hit that bell icon so you stay notified when I do upload new videos. And if you guys want to support the channel in any way, all I ask you guys watch my videos from start to finish, as well as going ahead and hitting that like button, guys. That way, I know you guys are enjoying the content that I put out. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, guys. It is a very small goal of mine to try to reach at least one new subscriber per new video that I put out, so please be my one new subscriber for this video. Thank you so much in advance. As always, the information on the channel is intended for adult collectors and not children. I'm your host, Jesse the Batman Admiral, aka the Buff Collector, and before we get started, I just want to say thank you so much to this channel sponsor, V-Rare Store. Check them out for all your Funko Pop, anime, and Pokemon card needs. And of course, use code COOLFIGURES at checkout for 10% off your order. V-Rare Store. But with that being said, guys, once again, we're going to be taking a look at the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Build-A-Figure King Shark from the new Suicide Squad movie. Now, this is not the gold label version. This is the Build-A-Figure version, if you cannot tell, with it being in a bunch of pieces. As you can see, he's saying hi to you guys. Say hi back in the comments down below. So yeah, basically, I am going to build it for you guys here, so that way we can see if we run into any issues, and that way you guys will be aware of that as well. So without that being said, guys, let's go ahead and get started with building this shark. And before we do that, I'm going to take it piece by piece and give you guys a closer look. So this right here is his left arm. So as you can see on the underside, he does have a lighter grayer tone than he does have on the outside, and it does transition very well right there. And since we do have them pulled apart by themselves, we're going to go ahead and why not? Excuse me. Take a look at their articulation. So his arms do have single hinge joints, but they do rotate right there. They do have joints at the shoulders, which we will take a look at more once we plug them in. But for right now, you can see his elbow joints are right there, single hinge, and they rotate. He does have rotation at the wrist, as well as hinging out and in right there. But as you can see, he does get that weird little lifted notch right there, and then as well as on this underside. But you do get pretty decent articulation in all the arm. So no double joint elbow, but that's not too big of an issue when he's a giant figure. It's not like you're going to be putting this guy in too many action poses, you know. So let's go ahead and take his waiting arm, and it is his right arm, and it is basically the same thing, same articulation. So we'll just give you a quick look at that. Next up, he does have his torso piece right here, which actually comes in two pieces, but I happen to already snap it together, and it's kind of hard to pull it apart, so I don't want anything to break. So I went ahead and left it here. But once again, as you can see, the back side is that dark gray, and the front side is that lighter shade of gray, more of a whitish tone, and it does have a nice transition, as you can see right here, from each color of gray. Next up, we're going to take a look at the second part of his torso, his belly, probably his beer belly in this sense. So once again, guys, as you can see, you do have a lighter gray tone right here on the stomach. You do have something that says up, so you know this is the upside, and down, so you know this is the bottom side. The real cool thing that I thought about this thing is that you can actually see like his back fat right here, so that's really cool that they sculpted in his back fat. Sorry, King Shark, they gave you a few love handles. So taking a look at his head is very nicely detailed. If you are a Jaws fan, this could possibly even just be a shark head that you want or use in your toy photography, like right here, you know. So it's just a really nice articulated jaw, because it does close right there, as you can see, and when you open it, all the teeth just drop down right there. So it's really nice. I did hear from a friend that the gold label did not come with blood, unfortunately, which is really sad, because that's really what separated the two, King Sharks between, in my opinion, was like that blood, and that was one of the reasons why I was still going to go hunting for the gold label, despite having the Build-A-Figure version. But now that I have the Build-A-Figure version, and I know they didn't add that fake blood to the mouth. I'm pretty happy with this one. My friend does have both the Build-A-Figure and the gold label, and he said he's going to go to Michael sometime soon and try to add in that blood. And if he does, I'll try to get a picture and show you guys what it looks like on my Instagram at Cool Figures. So with that being said, guys, look at the final piece that you get with him, and that is, of course, his legs. So you get a nice texture on the shorts, very nicely done and sculpted in. So right there's a look at the mechanisms using, articulating the legs. But with the shorts, you really get no articulation forward or back, out or in, because you're going to tear it. It's a very soft, pliable plastic, and if you stretch them too much, they will tear. So you don't want to be too harsh and rough with it. You do get rotation at the ankle right there, as well as hinging down that far. And let's see if we can get it. Hinging up that far, and then there's flat right there. You do get a ball rocker hinge joint right there, as well as the McFarlane toe articulation. So you do get a lot of articulation in his legs. Unfortunately, the shorts do kind of hinder it quite a bit. And as you can see, the beer belly just toppled him over. So with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and build this guy. Alright guys, so I thought we'd start from the torso down. So starting with the left arm, I'm going to pop that in right there. It pops in nice and smoothly. Going with the right arm, let's lower the socket. Pops in nice. So looking at his shoulder articulation now, he does have 360 rotation. They do go out all the way that far, so you do get pretty decent articulation in those. Next up, let's add the bottom portion of the torso. Now what I have heard, and see, I don't know how mine got scratched right there, but I have heard you don't want to push him down and twist him to articulate, because you will scratch the paint. I think after this video I might sand down the portions right here and under the arms and whatnot, just to make sure that the paint doesn't scratch off. So I'll probably do that afterwards, but let's finish building him right now. Let's go ahead and add the legs. Pops right in right there. And last but certainly not least, we need a head. And that pops in nicely right there. Let me just get him to stand. Now that he's standing, let me push him back. And there we go. We have King Shark from the Suicide Squad. So what do you guys think? Have you guys picked up this wave? Have you built King Shark yet? Are you thinking about picking him up and building him now that you've seen this? I do think out of most of the Build-A-Figures we've gotten from McFarlane Toys, this is definitely one of the better ones. I definitely I always get flashbacks to the Bane one, where it just was horrible. Thankfully, after that one, they definitely stepped it up. They definitely improved. And this one definitely is their biggest one today. And it is pretty hefty. It is pretty thick and solid. I'm kind of wondering where I'm going to put it, whether he's going to stay with the Suicide Squad or go with my heavy hitters on my heavy hitter shelf. Not too sure. But with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and take a look at some really cool pics that I took of this guy. And we'll be right back. Yeah, I know that's your hand, but they're going to be back any second, so stop fooling around. Oh, alright guys, thanks so much for sticking to the end of this video. If you enjoyed those pics, you can find the full images over on Instagram at Cool Figures, and I do have a separate Instagram account for my more thought out, planned out, more edited pics called Epic Shots by Cool Figures. Check it out. If you like what you see, leave me a follow there as well. And if you guys want to see the unboxing of this figure or any of the other figures that I do reviews on for this channel, make sure to follow me over on TikTok at Cool Figures. That's where I do all my unboxings, because when I get a new toy, I am like a child and I want to rip it open instantly, and I don't wait to set up my YouTube studio, so I just do everything on my phone on TikTok real quick. So follow me at Cool Figures. And once again, I just want to say thank you so much to this channel sponsor, V-Rare Store. Check them out for all your Funko Pop, anime, and Pokemon card needs. And of course, use code COOLFIGURES at checkout for 10% off V-Rare Store. With that being said, guys, if you did enjoy this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, guys. But whether or not you're a subscriber, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to listen to me talk about toys. I really do appreciate it. As always, I'm your host, Jesse the Bat Madrigal, aka the Buff Collector, and check back Saturday at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time for the Cool Figures Toy News Toy Talk podcast. Hope to see you guys there, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video.